It's pretty easy to think that words came first before numbers, because some languages don't even have numbers larger than 3 to count. For example, some languages in some primitive societies don't even have words for 3. They only have 1, 2, and many. So you might think that humans would develop a system for writing first, but no, counting comes first. Around 7500 BC, early farmers felt the need to keep track of their goods, so they made counters from clay in the form of shapes: cones, spheres, discs, cylinders, tetrahedrons, and ovoids. A cone stands for a small measure of grain, a sphere for a large measure of grain, and a cylinder for an animal. So, for example, if you need 4 small measures of grain, you'd need 4 cones. These tokens have been found in Palestine, Anatolia, Syria, Mesopotamia, and Iran, and there are around 8,000 of them. Around 3500 BC, when cities started to appear, the administrators of city-states began placing tokens in envelopes in the form of hollow clay balls filled with tokens. Some envelopes bear the impression of the tokens they contained. Now, the three-dimensional object has now been represented by two-dimensional signs. And then, they simplified it a bit more by using tablets. So, instead of filling envelopes using tokens, they make impressions on the flattened clay, dispensing entirely with the actual tokens. So it took them about 4,000 years to fully reduce three-dimensional tokens to written signs. Around 3100 BC, styluses were used to draw the tokens instead of impressing them on the tablets. This breaks the one-on-one correspondence between symbol and object. They began to use symbols abstractly. No new signs were made though, but the old signs for grains took on a new meaning. The cone sign that represented a small measure of grain became 1, and the sphere sign that represented a large measure of grain became 10. So if you wanted 33 jars of oil, you would use 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and the symbol for oil. So because of this creation of numerals, signs for goods and signs for numbers could evolve in different ways, and writing and counting generated different sign systems. In 2800 BC, writing still exclusively dealt with accounting, but around 2700 BC, for the first time in history, writing was used for something other than accounting, and that was funerary. And after that, we now have mature writing. By 2400 BC, the Sumerian ruler Enedem was now able to describe his victories in lengthy text. By 2000 BC, writing is used for religious, historical, legal, scholarly, and literary texts. And now, in the modern world, we have all sorts and forms of writing. But no one would have guessed that writing came after counting. Hey, thank you for watching. I wanted to post more videos in the past few months, but I was just so caught up with things in college. Maybe I had too much fun, I guess. But I'm on my break now, so I think I can make more videos. Anyway, thank you.